Punisher will change Peter Parker forever. All right, look, I'm just gonna say it. Everyone's out here losing their minds over Punisher being in Brand New Day like it's some fan service move, like Marvel just threw him in there to sell tickets. And honestly, shut up. You're wrong. This is the smartest shit Marvel has done with Spider-Man since they killed Tony Stark in front of him. Here's the thing nobody wants to actually sit with. Peter Parker after No Way Home is fucking empty. Like, genuinely. No friends, no MJ, no Ned, no Aunt May, nobody even knows his name. He's not going through a rough patch. He's a ghost wearing spandex. And when you're that empty, when there's nothing left of the man behind the mask, what happens? You become the mask. You become only Spider-Man. And that's Frank Castle. That IS the Punisher. Frank already walked that road. He lost his family, lost every piece of himself that was human, and just became the mission. There's no Frank Castle anymore. There's just a skull and a vest and a body count. And he knows it. He's fully aware he's gone. That's what makes him terrifying. Not the guns, not the violence. It's that he made peace with being hollow. So when people in the comments are like, oh, Punisher's just there for the cool factor. Bro, you're watching with your eyes closed. Frank isn't there to team up. He's there to show Peter what door number 2 looks like. He's the living, breathing consequence of choosing the mask over the man. And I know some of y'all are gonna say, oh, here we go. Another MCU mentor for Peter. First Tony, then Strange, now Frank. And yeah, I hear you. But this is different. Tony was aspirational. Strange was mystical. Frank is a cautionary tale standing right in front of you, telling you, don't be me, while loading a shotgun. That's not a mentor. That's a mirror covered in blood. The thing from the comics people keep forgetting. Punisher debuted in a Spider-Man comic, ASM 129. These two were literally designed to clash. Punisher thinks Spider-Man is weak for pulling his punches. Spider-Man thinks Punisher is a psychopath. Same city, same war, completely opposite answer to the same question. And that tension? That's not something you manufacture. That's baked into their DNA since the 70s. Now here's where I think it gets really interesting, and nobody's talking about this enough. Daredevil Born Again Season 2 drops soon. Matt's identity is probably getting blown wide open. I genuinely think Matt might end up in prison. And if that happens, Matt could be the one who tells Frank, go find Spider-Man, keep him from falling off the edge. That's your connective tissue right there. That's how the MCU is supposed to work. Not with post-credit scenes and cameos, but with characters whose stories actually bleed into each other. And the Bruce Banner thing? Like, yeah, he's in the movie too, but let's be real. Banner feels like the contractual obligation. The Sony Marvel deal says put MCU characters in Spider-Man movies, and Banner's there to check that box. Punisher, though. Punisher feels like he belongs there. You watch that trailer, and Frank and Peter have history. They're not introducing themselves. They already know each other. They've been running into each other on rooftops for a while now. And Marvel was smart enough to not waste time on origin bullshit. They just dropped you into it. Respect. Jon Bernthal turning down the softer version of Punisher years ago, that's the most Frank Castle thing he could have done. He said, nah, you're watering it down, I'm out. And then they came back to him with the real version, and he said, all right, now we're talking. That's how you protect a character. So yeah, Punisher will change Peter Parker forever. Not because he's going to teach him to fight harder or be tougher, but because Peter's going to look at Frank and see exactly what he'll become if he doesn't find his way back to being Peter Parker. The light needs the dark to know what it is. And Frank Castle is the darkest room in the building. Let's see if Marvel has the balls to actually go there later.